One hand, ready? Come on. Haha. One hand only. Just to give you a quick update on life, I've been on the road for about the past 4 weeks now. The first few weeks was a bit rough. It rained and rained and rained for like 3 weeks pretty much. And then we got to California, doing a lot of back-end work, like portfolio stuff and a bunch of website stuff you'll see soon. I've been taking a lot of photos and I have a blog on my website you can check out now for this past few months of photos. So anyways, I want this to be about the book and how it came to be, information on it, all that, and without further ado, I'll just refer to my notes. And section 1 is, how did it come to be? Let me tell you. So at the end of last year, I got contacted by a company called Thought Catalog. They contacted me asking me if I wanted to make a book, and I was like, yeah, sure, sounds good. And so a book wasn't on the radar at all. I kind of started making this book and got obsessed with it. So anyways, Thought Catalog is the publisher. They came to me saying, hey, you provide the assets and we'll do everything else, from marketing to book layout to all that stuff. So as it's my photos in the book, they have people behind the scenes laying it out, doing the marketing, making my writing sound better. It's really a collaborative effort between me and them. So yeah, thank you guys. You're probably watching this, I guess. Thanks. Yeah. So as I was starting to make this book, I didn't really know what to name it, what I wanted the concept to be, but I've been thinking a lot about photography lately, and a big part of it is making sure to ask, how do photographs make me feel versus appreciating them for aesthetic purposes. So I ripped out this sheet of paper from my notebook, wrote down how does it feel, and just taped it to my laptop, and I had no intentions of that becoming the name of the book, but it did. So as I was sifting through all my photos on my hard drives, it was a real frustrating to figure out what I wanted this book to be, and seemingly perfectly timed, I was working at a coffee shop and my friend Ben Jesperson came in and we just had a really good conversation about it. I expressed my frustration, and pretty much to sum it up, he said, think about what you'll be stoked on in 10 years from now after you've created this book, and make the book that. And I was like, duh. I wrote about it in my journal, and there'll be a journal entry scan as well as other journal entry scans. So after that conversation, just with so much more purpose and intent behind what the book was gonna be, it was a lot easier to sift through all the photos, make these collections, and really move forward on making the book what it's going to be. So as I was moving forward, I still had that, like, how does it feel paper taped to the side of my laptop. And then I just started asking that question about everything in my life. And I think this little piece that I wrote about the vlogs, in which I think it sums up kind of perfectly how much this question started meaning to me. Is this crooked? I thought back to my vlogs and how I really enjoyed the beginning the most. I was using a Canon G7X. The thing couldn't hit focus and the batteries were usually dead after 20-some minutes of filming. But it fit in my pocket, weighed nothing, and didn't intimidate people. It felt like a home video camera, and I felt like I wasn't taking it too seriously. It felt like I was having fun documenting my life as it went by. Success came quick, as did better gear, and a rush to make these vlogs higher quality. A bigger and better camera with a microphone for higher quality footage and a bigger tripod to support it. With a chip and 2 DSLRs on my shoulder, it became about a production rather than a documentation. It complicates things, it's a burden to carry around, and now people are less candid in front of this big rig. Where did that home feeling go? Am I trading personal qualities for production qualities? How does it feel? Not like it used to, and not like it should. So that's just a small piece on the intro of my book. Yeah, this question literally just took over my life, so I named a book after it. So from the beginning of January to the end of February, I spent 300 hours at least just making it happen. And I'm not even laying out the book. Like, this was just me sifting through hard drives and editing photos and curating collections. It was worth it. This is how my Illustrator file started, and this is how it finished. I was working on it through Europe, and yeah, if you're considering making a book, I encourage you to, because it's probably the best education and learning experience you never asked for. My mission for this book was to take my photos and curate them into individual collections, displaying these collections through the pages of my book, and simply just being able to look at them and ask yourself, how does it feel to me? It's like an activity book for grown-ups, but I don't know, it could make you sad, but it probably won't. Like, I just got really obsessed with how images looked together rather than individually. You know, I try to do that and showcase stories better through the collage things I was doing for a while on Instagram. But basically I'm taking that idea of the collages and putting them in the book because I can do that. I had so much fun and so much frustration making this book, but I am happy I made it, and I think it's gonna come out really nice, which is a lot to say from me about my own work. That's kind of enough about the book. I do want to throw in a few sneak peeks for you guys to actually showcase what the hell I just talked about the past few minutes. So this is collection 15. This is one of the few collections that is landscape focused. Look at the work for yourself and digest it and just be like, how does it feel, you know? And for me, like, I feel awe-inspired by these landscapes, but there's still a mystery to it. They fill the frame, so there's not the full, it's a little mysterious, you know? There's still more to be shared. I feel more awe-inspired by this collection. Maybe you feel differently, that's fine. This is collection 17, and for me, like, this is a personal memory from this trip. So when I think back to it, I think back to the night, and you know, I don't want to define those feelings because the purpose of this book is for you to look at it and feel it for yourself. Like, yeah. So this collection is just like a black and white collection of my friends. You know, this one is very personal to me. But one thing I like about this collection is when you look at these people, they're not 100% identifiable. The viewer can kind of put themselves in their shoes, because it's not defined who they are. They can put themselves in there and really kind of just feel out this collection and these images for themselves. This is exit 25. So this is collection 25. Some of these photos are from the same place, some of them from the same day. Then the top left one doesn't relate to any of the others at all. That was shot in Washington. The other ones were shot in Hawaii. It's a very easy, light feeling, and it reminds me of just, you know, the sunny day you have off of work and you just get to take a breather and chill for a bit and just enjoy nature and nice light. I love how it's just focused on people, but it's not focused on a person or their identity. It's focused on the feeling they're having. And then the last section is the Iceland section. So this is a much bigger collection. When I look at this, it brings me back to those feelings I had in Iceland, which through the vlogs they were documented, and through the photos they were documented as well. But you know, I'm not the one viewing the vlogs, I'm the one who's producing them. So it brings on a different feeling for me than it might you. And that's kind of the fun part of this. Like, I just imagine like homies hanging out, like looking at the photo book together and looking at each collection and being like, oh, like, what do you get from this? Or how does this make you feel? Does it make you feel nostalgic, sad, excited? Like, I just hope it inspires something in people, man. Like, it just inspired a lot in me, and I was just really stoked on it. So yeah, I'm just rambling. But that's kind of all the news for this book right now. There's a link below, and it'll take you to the pre-order. On my Patreon, I uploaded the entire PDF of all the collections. Bear in mind, it's not the pages of the book, it's just the collections and the concepts. And I just want to thank Thought Catalog once again for making this happen. Like I said, it was just not on my radar at all, and then all of a sudden it overtook my life and was the best education I never asked for. And even talking about the book gets me excited. Like, I haven't really been thinking of it too much just because my part of it's done. But now talking about it gets me really excited, and it reminds me of the past like first 2 months of just hauling ass on it and just working like 8 hours a day on it straight. It's just really exciting to have a cover made for it and having that 300 hours finally come to fruition. I don't know if that's the right word. And having the pre-order out. I haven't even seen any of the insides yet. So anyways, I'm just ranting now. Thank you guys for watching this video and actually like caring about what I'm creating. You know, you buying it supports me, and I can't thank you enough for those who do. And whether you do or not, like, thank you for following along. Thank you for supporting. Like, it just means the world to me, and it's, yeah, like, life's good right now, and it's really because of the support I have from the people supporting my art. So I hope that guilts you into buying a book. Just kidding, I really appreciate your support overall. This is over, bye.